and all the people that work so hard to make this a going concern. All of us can be thankful. We can be thankful for not only our church, its buildings, its accomplishments, but also for this, our family. I came to this church in 1969. There are probably more people I know that are no longer with us, that have gone on to their heavenly rewards from this parish. And as time marches on, in our time, a great time in which to live, I also think that time is not endless. Only eternity is endless. Time has a beginning, it has an end. There is the time when the sacrament of baptism is administered. There is the time when extreme unction at time of death is also administered. And I am so thankful that I am here for another Thanksgiving, because at my age now, I have experienced 75 of them. And I wonder how many more, and how much more time do I have to get it right? That is to say, to get it right with God, our Father in heaven. I'm talking about prayer and silence and living the life that God has wanted us to always live, and doing the best I can under many different circumstances which continually change. I'm thinking of also not only those that have passed on from this congregation, but I'm thinking that almost every one of the professors I had through 4 different degrees have passed on. I think also of the priests, the rectors, the ministers, the educators, the health providers. All in my past have also passed. And so we are in a temporary life which has a beginning and has an end. And God expects us to do the best we can with those gifts that have been lent to us. And all of us know that at some day it'll be the last moment. But sometimes we forget each and every one of us is one heartbeat away from God. What that means is God is always there, always has been, always will be. But we often don't take the time. We may come to church on Sunday with great preoccupation and not really pray. We may receive the sacrament and the Holy Eucharist and not really consider the grace we are receiving from the body and blood of Christ. We may nonchalantly go through a week at a time and never spend some silent time with God. Because when we are silent, it is a very important way of giving thanks. And it's allowing God to talk to us instead of our perpetual requests for God. And so we have this time, a time in which there's much trouble and turmoil, but great opportunity, because no time in the past have we been really able to feed all the hungry if we could and would, and clothe all those without clothing, and house all those without housing, and provide health care for those that have none. This is a time when it could be done. But we have so many other preoccupations. So I would offer to you these thoughts in this time of Thanksgiving. Be thankful if you have good health, because many don't. Be thankful if you have a full life, which means it's enthusiastic, it's being helpful to others, it's being politically and socially involved. Be thankful for living in this garden spot of the world. We travel a lot, and yet I'm always so happy to come home to this part of California. It's a great blessing to live in an area that is such a paradise, such a wonderful corner of the Garden of Eden, and a place that is abundant, so abundant that we are envied by most of the rest of the world for what we produce in overabundance. Just go to your local grocery store and walk up and down the aisle and wonder what it contains and the variety and the quality. It's unknown in most of the rest of the world. Be thankful for our nation that struggles, but there's nothing better. Be thankful for our church that struggles as it tries to be open to all. And those that don't see it that way, God bless them and help them to think some more. I might also say we should be thankful for our new rector. He, by the way, is a couple years younger than my son. And his wife is a few years younger than my daughter. They are a wonderful couple. Cherish them, help them, overlook age differences that may be. I have heard some people in the congregation confide with me, I wonder if I can relate to someone that is that young. And then I hear at the other end of the continuum, those that say, I am so glad that we have someone about our age that knows and understands us. So we have a great gift. We have a very talented, intelligent, compassionate, prayerful rector. Support him. And I know he would be embarrassed if he were here for me to mention these things, but he deserves our understanding, our support, and our love. And so there are so many things I could go on and to be thankful for. I'm thankful that my memory, for example, is still primarily here, although once in a while I forget where I put the car. And sometimes I go to the grocery store with my wife telling me to bring this, that, and the other thing, and I come with everything but. But on the other hand, there are those that are losing their memory. And we have the sad example right on our staff. Keep in your memory and in your prayers Bill Slagle, who is suffering from advanced Alzheimer's, and his lovely wife, who is bearing up under it. So to sum up, we should be thankful for so many, many things. And in case this sermon has been a little bit too heavy, I'm going to be giving thanks to lighten it up a bit. I was hoping, maybe even praying, and they did it. Go Bears.